Hello everybody. So I'm just going to explain the next assignment for you for this week. So this one will actually be due on Friday. So the next assignment you're going to be creating is the creation of a villain or a hero. So I'm going to explain that assignment, but first I want to just go over again how to access things within our Moodle course the easiest. So the first thing you want to do from our main page is go to where it says classwork. Once you've clicked on that, as you are familiar with already, you're going to see the topics of study. Then you're going to go to superheroes. So when you click on the superhero, again, we're not doing all pieces in here, and many of these things we've done already. So you're going to scroll down to where it says create a character, which looks like this one right here. So you click on that assignment link, and then you will get to the instruction page. And then here you'll see two documents. Now the video I'm creating will show up in here as another link. So you're to look at this video first, which I will put in the instructions later. So what you're going to be doing, and I'll pull up the assignment for you here, you're going to first of all choose, are you wanting to do a hero or a villain for your character? So you will be creating a unique persona or a unique character that hasn't been done. So here we're not looking at heroes that already have been created or ones that have existed in fiction or in nonfiction realities, but here we're talking about you creating a brand new one. So then once you've decided if you're doing a hero or a villain, then this document actually has 4 pages in it. So you would just print off the 2 that make sense for the one that you're choosing. So for example, the second 2 pages of this 4 in this document are for the villain. The first 2 pages are for those that choose to do hero. So I'm just going to explain the one, and then you would do the flip side if you're doing the villain. So on the hero sheet, you're going to be coming up with a name for your hero and the gender, their age, and then some kind of a backstory for them. So just like in Guardians of the Galaxy when we were looking at that, all of those characters had some kind of history, something that led them to the point that they were at with their personality, as well as the circumstances that they faced them, that they had found themselves within. So you're going to create some kind of a backstory for yourself here too for your character. So again, you're going to write right into here, so you won't be typing it. So printing this off is best, and then I can explain what to do with it later. Or honestly, if you prefer to just have these categories typed out on a Google Doc, I'm okay with that too. So you can decide what you want to do there. If it was me, I probably would just print right within there, but you decide. Okay, so then you go to the personality traits. So what would be the different, and here just point forms, but we want a nice long list. So what is their personality like? How would you describe the personality of your hero that you're creating? What are the things that they'd be known for? Then you're going to be thinking about what are some detailed descriptions about that particular hero. So what does their facial characteristics look like? Describe what their body looks like. Other characteristics as far as what they look like. Then you're going to be thinking about both their strengths and their weaknesses. So the strengths would be pretty obvious for a hero, or should be, also should be for a villain. So you're going to, again, list them. Sometimes people have a harder time coming up with the weaknesses of their characters. So when you think about a weakness, if I'm just going to use an example that all of you are familiar with, if we were talking about Superman as a hero, his weaknesses would be kryptonite, right? So that is the kind of thing that I'm looking for here. So you're looking for what is something that is challenging them or create some kind of a weakness for them. That can be a physical weakness for them, or it can be a mental weakness, or it can be something that's an external factor too. So just something to consider. So once you have this page completed, and I would suggest just doing the jot note scratch just on a rough copy somewhere first, and then transferring it to this document afterwards. So you want to have complete point form here. Then the next thing you're going to do is with pencil crayons, you're going to draw an illustration of your hero or villain. So the task here is that you're going to create a portrait. It can be, I would suggest the whole body of your character. And think about props, think about things that can be included that go along with their persona too. So for example, if I was doing Batman, I might have some of the technology that Batman had access to as part of the scene that I could add to as well. So how you're being graded for this assignment is how well you're able to incorporate the ideas here about your villain or hero into a visual representation. So whatever you have listed above, you need to make sure that you're seeing it visually displayed within your assignment. So this is usually quite a fun assignment. Usually kids enjoy it, and I always love seeing them when they're done. So to do a good job of this does take a little bit of time. So I am having this due for Friday. So please make sure you're not just like doing a really quick sketch and calling her done. Take your time on it and do a really nice job of it. And I'm not grading you on your artistic abilities, but I am grading you again on how well you are articulating this information within your visual. So I'll just pull up the rubric really quick too, so you're familiar with that. So this is the grading criteria, the depth of response of your characterization topics. So that would be the first sheet. How well have you put in really in-depth point form for all of those different bubbles for your character and all those different criteria that I'm looking for. So if you've done an excellent job of that, you would get 5 out of 5, etc. The next category is looking for evidence that you have used from your characterization sheet for the creation of your character, how well you have depicted that visually. So how well have you taken those ideas and represented them in your artistic medium? You can label your medium too. So if there's certain things you're not sure if people would understand or get, you can certainly put little labels on your visual too to help you with that, but it should be primarily visual. So part of language arts is being able to look at a visual text too and be able to represent and understand things. So that's what we're looking at for here. Now to hand in this assignment, this is going to be a little bit different. So we're not going to be doing it in Google Classroom for a turn in. Instead, we're going to be creating what I'm referring to as a virtual bulletin board. So in the past, I would have students that have these completed and we would put them all up on our bulletin board at the back like we've done with other work for the semester. Instead, what you will do is I will ask that you take a picture of your documents that you've created that's nice and clear. And then you're going to put on your page, and I'll go through that in a second, you're going to put on one side of the page your visual. So it would look like just like this, except then it would have your picture drawn inside here. So take a really good picture with your phone and then crop it, or find a different way to go about that. So I can give you a hand with that if you need. And then on the other side, again, take a picture of it, and then you're going to insert it there. Or if you need another alternative, I can help you with that too. The goal is you will see that each of these pages in this Google slide, or each of the slides rather, have everyone's name on them. So what you're going to do is ensure that you are, and it's all in alphabetical order, just like it is on our attendance. So you want to make sure you're going to your page only. This is super important. Please do not touch anyone else's page, and please try to resist putting comments on other people's page, etc. So think of this as someone's private property. They have ownership to that page and no one else should touch it or delete it or monkey around with it. So that's super important that I can trust you guys, and I know that I can because you're a super amazing class. So just make sure that you're being really respectful to each other. Save the comments and the chatting functions elsewhere. Try to keep it away from here. So I've put all of your names on all of the pages so you know where to insert your work. And I also have put your name in the comment area too in case it got deleted up here. So this will be due for Friday, and I will have the link to this also within our Google Classroom. It will show up here, so there'll be 4 links here, and it'll have a link directly to this virtual presentation, which is where you will turn in your assignment from, and I will actually mark it from there. And then we'll just spend some time for you to be able to look at each other's work too, especially the visuals. So if you have any questions at all, you know how to reach me, and I hope you guys have a great day.